This charming theater was only one of the many additions that Empress Maria Theresia would authorize for the castle estate of Laxenburg. The former imperial estate, which is located about 10 miles south of Vienna, was the summer residence of Austrian rulers for centuries. The castles and their surroundings provided a peaceful and recreational refuge for the monarchs, especially when the summer heat, political or otherwise, became too intense. The Franzensburg, originally a variety of garden house in the form of a Gothic water castle, is located in the middle of the historical park of Laxenburg. The Austrian Emperor Franz I, who was a very shy, very strict yet pleasure-loving monarch, commissioned the building of this castle, which today is a museum bearing his name. The very fact that it stands on an island reveals much about the character of this man, who, unlike his progressive father and uncle, very often felt the need to shut himself off from what he considered to be a hostile world. The Gothic bridge, with reliefs by Franz Käsemann, was completed in 1810. Its design parallels to the arched cliff of the grotto, man-made art and its natural counterpart. Adorned with the Austrian-Spanish coat of arms, the crypt of the knights can be found at the edge of an oak tree grove, perhaps a symbolic reference to stalwartness. There can be no denying that it was the natural beauty of the area that attracted the monarchs and their entourage to Laxenburg, to the meadows, ponds, and islands that provided a haven from the hectic of everyday court life. In the 18th century, Emperor Joseph II, who commissioned the landscaping of the park as it can be seen today, opened the grounds to the public. He even declared by royal decree that the ladies be permitted to appear in bonnets, as is customary in the country, and the gentlemen, if they so choose, in boots and grey stockings. The former ice cellar was a sound brick building, half sunk into the ground and covered with soil and foliage. It is one of the last such constructions to be found anywhere in Austria. Needless to say, it was situated in close proximity to the pond. The Concordia Temple was erected in the late 18th century as a political symbol of the harmony amongst peoples. Which leads us to the so-called Green Pleasure House, a beautiful treillage pavilion that was built around 1760. This was Maria Theresia's favorite haven on the estate, and here she would retire to play cards. The murals on the ceiling remind us that Laxenburg was once a hunter's paradise. The trail to the giant cascade used to separate the Josephian from the Franciscan areas of the park. Although this is no longer the case, one can nonetheless detect the significance that waterways have in Baroque park landscaping. In days of yore, improvised jousts and even chariot races took place on the tournament grounds. For centuries, the old castle was situated at the heart of a huge hunting precinct. Today it houses the Austrian Film Archives. All in all, the Laxenburg estate and its beautiful surroundings promise an excursion well worth the making.